We have an exciting episode of Homeroom today where some of our super smart 5th graders from Gilliard Elementary School are going to solve some math problems to get out of the escape room.
The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the students and the educators who make Mobile County Public Schools the best school district in the state of Alabama. Now, if you follow our Facebook page, you will see that each week we've been spotlighting a different school. And so we're going to introduce you to 3 of those schools today during our episode, including Gilliard Elementary School, Spencer Westlawn Elementary School, and Scarborough Model Middle School. And so joining us for this first segment, I have Mary Donaghy, who's a teacher at Gilliard. Hello. I do love going to Gilliard. It's such a fun place. And so tell us what we're going to do. So we've got our students, and they are in our other studio, and they are going to be working on a math escape game. So do you want to go and start the timer and then tell us what they're doing?
Oh, yes. I will go ahead and start the timer for their escape because they will have 10 minutes. And I am starting it now. 10 minutes. And so they should be going on their escape.
So what are they doing? Tell us what they're doing.
They're solving different math problems, kind of like task cards in a way, but in a funner way. So they have several different task cards, and they work as a team to solve them, and they bring it back, and they have to work out the codes to get to the answer key, to find out where the key is hidden in the room, to get into the trunk to get the prize.
So like when you pay to go to these escape rooms where you have a mystery or a casino royale, that sort of thing. But you do it in school, in math.
I do. Fun fact, I've never been to an escape room. I just had this idea in my head, and it just came out, and it was amazing. I started with a safe in my classroom where the kids always wanted to get in the safe, and I said, man, I can make this a thing with math. And they love it.
They love it. And so we have Kinsley Barnes on the microphone over there, our 5th grader from Gilliard. Kinsley, what are you doing?
We're splitting up the task cards right now and reading the directions.
Okay, well, we'll leave you to that for a second. And so, Ms. Donaghy, I think it's neat that they're splitting up the tasks. That's a good way to learn teamwork.
Oh, yes, it's perfect. And they're always in randomized teams. It's never just one set team. I always use Class Dojo to randomize it, so they have to learn to work with different people and get along, and they know they'll get kicked out of this game if they start arguing. And so it's actually been a wonderful experience, especially this year. They have loved every minute of it. They've solved every escape every time we've done it in both of my classes, and they have so much fun together. And the fact that they break up the work and they come back collectively as a team to solve the final part is just so nice to see them do that.
So they're doing the actual concepts of math, but then they're learning something that can carry with them throughout their whole lives, which is how to work together. Right?
Exactly.
To solve a problem.
Yes, exactly. And it's the best experience for them. They love it every minute of it.
Okay.
So.
And so how long have you been doing these escape rooms?
I've been doing them for a few years now. It started, I went to Ron Clark, and I was inspired. So when I got back from Ron Clark, I was thinking of how I could transform my room, and we were getting ready for EQTs. So I said, what could be a fun way to do that? And I came up with this idea, and it was Halloween themed, actually, the first one I did. And it was just, we had 4 different escapes. So one of them I hid in the library, one was outside my room, and I had 2 in my room, but I had separated the room completely with like a paper. And they had so much fun. And it was like, this is a great end of the quarter thing to do, to get all of the skills that I've taught throughout the quarter and have them all together to do different things. It's so great. And the fact that they actually saw the escapes means that they understood the concepts that was taught that quarter. And it means most of them, if all of them, have understood it.
So how often do they get to do this?
They get to do it once a quarter. So we usually do it towards the end of the quarter, just to review all of the skills. And then we have a big one in the end of the year. We have multiple escapes.
So when you tell them today's the day for the escape game, what's their reaction?
Woo-hoo! Yeah, always, because they know they're going to get some goodies and they get a good challenge.
And I see some math going on. Looks like they're adding fractions. And what else are they doing over there?
This one is it has fractions and decimal questions in it with addition, subtraction, and some multiplication and simplifying as well. So That would be what they have right there is the alphabet key. So it's kind of like a cryptogram in a way.
Okay, so they have to solve it and then figure out what letter is, and it'll spell out a word? Or
Yes, it will spell out 2 words. So they have to match them. This is a 3-coded, so if you can see there where they've already got a couple of letters going, that means that they have matched it. And not only that, on the answer key, they have to match it with the actual task card. If you can see on that task card, it's a rectangle. So on the answer key, it'll say the definition of a rectangle. It won't say this matches the rectangle. We also have some geometry going on there too. So.
And so it's key what Kinsley said earlier, that teamwork comes into place, right? Kinsley, how's it coming?
It's really fun because we have to work together, but right now we're almost done. We've did a couple of cards.
Okay. Well, we're going to let you work on that for just a little bit. And so we've been spotlighting Gilliard, home of the Gators.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your school. It's a big school.
Yes, it's a very big school. We've got about 6 classes per grade level. So it's very nice, and it's very warm, welcoming, and it's just a great school to be at. We love Gilliard.
I love the Gilliard too. Miss Lucy's a fantastic principal.
Oh, the best. Like, she is so great. Like, she's wonderful with her staff and with her students. She's so welcoming, and, you know, that's her home. She loves Gilliard. Like, that's where she loves to be.
Yeah, she grew up in the community, so she
Yeah,
told me last time I was there. And so I also know that Gilliard was recognized last year as a class school of distinction by the Council for Leaders in Alabama Schools for your bucket filler program.
Yes.
And I love that. Tell us what that is.
Yes, our bucket filler program is wonderful. So we send in kids' names for bucket filling, just doing random acts of kindness, nice things, and we read the book to them every morning, or not every morning, at the beginning of the school year, so they understand it, that being a bucket filler is doing great deeds and nice deeds, and being a bucket dipper is when you say things or that are hurtful or do things that are hurtful, and that it's just uplifted the spirits of the school. So all the kids are just wanting to be kinder and be kind to each other and do nice things because they want to get recognized. So it's definitely been inspirational.
And that's what we say in Mobile County. We're learning today, leading tomorrow, and we're trying to teach students to be those good citizens inside school and outside of school. So that helps with that, doesn't it?
Those wonderful life skills of just being a great human being all around. And they have done wonders. The bucket filling program has done wonders for our school. It definitely has.
And you guys are great with social media, because I know that you post the pictures so the kids get to see that they're the bucket filler. Is it every week that you do it? Or?
Yeah, every day a bucket filler gets called, and we usually post every day with the bucket fillers on all the social medias, and the kids love to see their names out there, and the parents love to see it and repost it. So it's just wonderful.
Yeah. So I think that's what, as a parent, you want to know that your children are kind, right?
Yes,
and if they're doing good things.
That's a great thing. And then they're doing things that are honest, or they're being responsible for things. So that's a lot of different ways they can get into the bucket filler thing.
And then these mathematicians that you have over there solving this mystery,
yeah.
they're also on the math team, which we're able to bring back post-COVID or in hopefully the waning days of COVID. So tell us, what's the math team? What do they do?
The math team, we meet actually every Tuesday, Thursday, and we practice our math skills, because we're going to have it's on May 6th.
Oh, hold on. I think do they have a key? What are they doing now?
They found the key. And now they have to open up the trunk to receive their rewards. So that was pretty easy.
Did they solve it in?
They had 2 minutes left, so that was 8 minutes. That was a wonderful job.
So they have 10 minutes. They solved it in about 8.
Oh, wow.
We saw them adding and doing
the
fractions.
Yes. And now they're going to open it up and get their rewards.
Can't wait to see what's inside that suitcase.
Ooh. Yes, I got some slime kits in there for them today, and some chips.
Oh, all kids love slime.
Oh, yes, and Rice Krispies, yes.
Some Mardi Gras beads.
Slime.
Kinsley,
yes.
tell us, what do you see in there? Kinsley, what you see in there?
Oh, I see some slime and some Rice Krispie treats and some crab chips.
That's from our state, Maryland.
Ooh, I'm going to get this.
So what were the math problems? What did you solve, or what was the word that you came up with?
Under table.
Under table, and we found the key. It was under the table, and then we unlocked the safe and got some treats.
So you solved math questions, and those told you what letter, right? And then you had to show us what you found, show us where your letters are, the sheet of paper.
They're right here.
and it says under table. So then you found the key under the table.
Yes.
Cool. So was it easy or hard?
It was easy.
Now, was it easy because it was easy, or was it easy because you're smart?
It was easy because we're smart.
I figured so much. So you got slime and some chips and some other goodies. How cool is it that your teacher does this for you? Does it make math fun, Kinsley?
Yes, because I didn't like math, but now I really do like it because we get treats all the time.
Uh-huh. And it's a challenge, too. Is it being timed?
Yes, it's challenging as well.
Okay. And so as a math teacher, when she says, I didn't like math, but now I do, isn't that why you do what you do?
Yes, that is just wonderful. I was definitely bucket filling right there. It's so great to hear them say that. It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it looks like they had genuine fun. And you were mentioning, too, the Maryland crab cake, or what was that?
Oh, yeah. Those have, they have crab chips. They have the Old Bay seasoning on them. I bought a bunch for our state. Our state in my classroom was Maryland. So.
Because y'all been doing some fun things I've seen on social media where they're learning about all the states.
Read across America, literally. Because every door in our building is decorated with information, everything about different states. All 50 states are covered. And so there's fun facts, there's fun things to do in each one of the states. So the kids have these little passports. So they get to visit throughout the whole month of March, all the different states. So their goal is to at least visit and learn about all 50 states. So it's wonderful.
That is fun. I do like how learning comes alive at Gilliard.
It's so much fun.
In our spotlight, too, we spotlighted a staff member and a student. I know the student was Jackson.
Yes, Jackson. He's the third grader at our school. Yes.
Yeah, and he's special because he read at the funeral for John Lewis, Senator John Lewis.
Yes, he did. Yes. I can't wait to have him in 5th grade soon.
What grade is he in now?
He's in 3rd grade just now.
Third grade, okay. And I remember I met him one time and I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, a diplomat. And I think he was in kindergarten at the time, and I thought that's funny that you already know you want to be a diplomat.
That is wonderful. I love when kids know what they want to do at early ages.
And we were talking about this as they were solving it, but the math team, tell us about the math team.
Oh, our math team, we have 13 students on our math team, and they will go and compete with they have actually 2 different, we'll compete, and I think it's the segment 2 with the students. We have over 700 students, I believe, in our school, so we'll be in. But they have broken it apart this year. They usually do all elementary versus that, but they've broken it apart with under 500 or over 500. And we'll go to the competition. It's at Denton Magnet School this year, and we'll compete. The kids will do a written exam, and then they'll be have a ciphering thing, which is hopefully this escape is helping us prepare more for the ciphering thing because it's timed and they have to work quickly to solve it. So it all ties in together.
Do they work as a team, how they did with this?
Yeah, the ciphering is where they'll have to answer a question in a very as quickly as they can, and they pass it along and they bring them up. So.
Okay, well that's fantastic. Thank you for what you do to make math fun, and I love that you're making mathematicians who didn't know that they love math, and now they do. So,
yes.
So thank you. But we have to break for commercial, and when we come back, I'm going to introduce you to Spencer Westlawn Elementary. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
All right, guys, ready to begin? Go ahead and start. Basically, the kids, it's like an escape room that you would do. You solve clues in order to get the key. Find the key is hidden in an area in the room or in an area in the school. And the kids just love it. They have a timer going. They have to work as a group. It's a team effort, and if they don't work as a team, they don't escape. So it's kind of life skills as well, building the team, and also creative thinking skills. So they're doing the mathematics, but they're also having to work with a code. So it's very, very, very engaging and very fun. The kids love it.
3, 4, there's 3, 4.
So everything we've learned this year, I use in the escapes. It's basically like a review.
We did it!
And so it's kind of more about team building and peer tutoring in a way, and they learn from each other, because I just sit back and monitor all the escapes. I don't usually help them with it. And so I think that's what makes it very special. It's always been a fun day, and the kids love it, and I love it. So it's never, ever boring.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-age children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, It's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. If you follow Mobile County Public Schools on Facebook, then you've noticed that we've been spotlighting different schools every week. And so in this episode, we've introduced you to Gilliard Elementary School, and now we're going to learn some about Spencer Westlawn Elementary School in Midtown Mobile. So joining us, I have Amber Steele.
Hi.
Hi, and you teach 4th grade.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about Spencer Westlawn.
Okay, so Spencer Westlawn, we recently opened our new STEM lab. It's very exciting for the kids, and it's a very effective strategy to do hands-on project. So in the beginning, before we do anything, get into the STEM lab, we have to teach rules and procedures. I was very nervous about that, but they did really well. The first thing that I showed them what to do was this acetone and plastic cups. So what I would do is I would go over the rules, okay, and then I would show them what would happen if you were to have an accident in the lab or you didn't follow the directions.
Okay, because it's just as important as learning the skills as learning to follow directions,
right? Right. So that's the very first important thing is to get into that STEM lab is making sure all the kids follow the directions. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but they did really good, really well with it, and especially if they're excited and they want to go back. So the first little small experiment I did it inside my classroom just to show them if you mix wrong chemicals or if you knock something over or if you're playing, harsh playing, not doing the right things, then what could happen.
So show us, you've got some nail polish remover like you'd have in your house, right?
Right, so it's just regular nail polish, got it from the cabinet. It says 100% acetone, make sure it says that. And I'm just pour it in the bowl. And I kind of like acted out a little small skit with them because I like to have fun with my kids and just be relatable to them. So I was like, acting like I was playing, then boom, I knocked the cup over into the acetone. So as you'll see, and I just let it sit there, and I was like, nothing not gonna happen, my teacher's gonna be scared. I kind of just made it really fun, and as you can see, if the camera can see, the cup is slowly deteriorating, it's going away. So this was something very exciting. They was like, Miss Steele, you putting on gloves, what are we gonna do? It's so fun for them. But all the times that we go in the STEM lab, I have a lab coat. They're so excited about it. They want to learn new things. The hands-on part of it makes it very interesting. And usually in science, you just do the vocabulary and do the little book work or whatever. But now we have the 5E strategies that we're implementing. So the first thing we do is explore. So it's really fun to do that so that they can build their own vocabulary from what we're exploring. So as you can see, the cup is going away, and they were so excited about it, like it totally disappeared. So it just gives them an idea of why they should follow directions, why they should do everything that the teacher says when you go into the STEM lab, and it just makes things very exciting for them.
And do you enjoy teaching STEM?
I do. Science is not one of my favorite subjects, but because we get to do hands-on things, it's so exciting for the kids. They love it. I love it. I love to see the excitement. One day I came with my STEM shirt on because we have STEM shirts. It's like, Miss Steele, we're going to STEM lab? And I was like, no, not today. But so now I use that trick that when I walk in with my STEM shirt on, they'll know that we're going to the STEM lab, or I named that day a day. Like when we did, we were discussing the body systems and we did the digestive system. So Ms. Neidhart gave me the idea of the science. Like she gave me an idea to say this was the gross day ever. So it was really, really fun. They was excited. We're going to go to the gross day ever in the STEM lab. So yes.
That's a fun way to make that digestive system interesting, right?
Right, because it gets a little... But yeah, we'd had a really good time with that, and we've had a really good time with our STEM lab. Our principal has made it so great. It's so many different materials in there, stuff you would never think would be in there. It's there for you to use. You just go pre-plan, prep, and it goes great for the kids.
Because I think when we think about science labs, we think about chemistry in high school, right?
Right.
And those, so the fact that you're able to bring, whoa, look at the cup, it's completely gone.
Yes.
So the foam is completely gone. I have to think about that next time we're doing our nails.
Right, so it kind of makes them scary too and nervous, like, oh, if I do this, if I bump, if I do, so they on their best behavior when they come in.
And so the fact that they can do this in the 4th grade, what does that mean to your kids when they're doing these hands-on activities?
They feel very important. They feel like they are really scientists. They go in, They get to do different things. I make sure everyone has their part in the group. They are very excited about it. It's very interesting for them.
And so tell us about Spencer West Lawn.
At Spencer West Lawn, not to say, our principal is great.
Miss Davis.
Miss Davis is our principal, yes. This is our first year, like I told you, in the STEM lab. It's the very first year, so it's very exciting getting it together. She allowed 4th grade. This is 4th grade is the only grade that's departmentalized at our school. We did like a little trial. So I teach math and science, and she just let us go for it. She let us go in there. I keep in touch with Miss Neidhart. She gave us interesting ideas to use in the STEM lab, and it's just interesting learning. And I've learned new stuff this year, so next year I can go even harder and do a better job with getting in there and getting the kids acclimated.
You're the Teacher of the Year.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
What was it
you.
like to be named that?
It was very exciting. It was a dream come true for my grandmother. I know my grandmother passed before she got to see that, but it was very exciting. They had my mom come, surprised me. It was overwhelming. It was just a lot. I was just so appreciative, so humble. I was just literally doing my job, wasn't expecting a reward for it, but I was very appreciative of it.
And why do you teach?
I teach because I like to make a difference. I want our kids to grow up and be the best they can be. I believe in all the kids. I wanted them to have someone they know if nobody else loves them, they know Miss Steele loves them. They know I expect the most out of them, and just to be a help in our community and help our kids grow.
Well, thank you for what you do, and congratulations. We have to break for commercial, and when we come back, I'll introduce you to Scarborough Model Middle School, so stay tuned for Homeroom.
When parents are involved in school, they get more of this and less of this.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. We've had a great show today where we've been spotlighting some of our schools that we also spotlight on the Mobile County Public Schools Facebook page. We had Gilliard Elementary earlier and Spencer West Lawn, and now joining me, I have Denise Wiggins Jackson, who's from Scarborough Model Middle School, and you're wearing your t-shirt that says the program that you're talking about is Project Smart.
Yes, ma'am. Our Project Smart program, we receive our $600,000 grant from 21st Century CCLC. And this is our 5th year and our 2nd grant. Yes, ma'am.
And it's an after-school program,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
What do you do?
Our after-school program, we run it between Tuesday to Thursday, 2:40 to 4:40. We offer academic hour where our kids are getting help with homework, math, science, social studies, reading, and we have an enrichment hour where the kids get to choose an activity to participate in, such as culinary, VR headsets, drones, robotics, and STEM. We have a STEM lab. We have so many other activities they get to choose from: dance, archery, fitness, and gardening.
So they learn and then they have fun.
Yeah.
We visited recently and we shot a video of the students at Project Smart at Scarborough. So let's roll that video. 3, 2, let's go. 1.
Project Smart is a after-school program where we receive a $600,000 grant through the 21st Century program. Our kids come at 2:40 every day after school, and they have 1 hour of enrichment and 1 hour of academics, where they get help with science, social studies, reading, and math. And the 2nd hour, they have enrichment where they get to do activities such as the VR headsets, music studios, we have culinary, we have a gaming room, we have archery, we have fitness, we have gardening, we have so many activities for the kids.
Click confirm. All right, what does it say now?
They love it. They come, they're achieving in academics, their grades are going up, they're doing well on I-rated reading diagnostics. So the program is an awesome program for our school, and we're so happy to have it.
So I saw the virtual reality glasses. Tell us what they were doing with those.
Well, our kids get to do math skills with those VR, boxing, so they can have their fitness, even learning how to fish. So it's some great games in the VR.
So those not familiar with it, what do those glasses look like? So you put them on and you can see a scene?
You can see a scene, you can see just like you inside a video game, or you're actually in an arcade and they're actually moving with the the game, and it's fun. The kids love it.
What do they think?
They just love, they fight over it. You know, they always like, I want to go to VR today, I want to go to VR today. So they love the VR headset. We have about 15. We try to do the ratio of 10 to 1 per teacher, but we normally let 15 in with a teacher, and it's our librarian, Ms. Ward. She runs our robotics part along with the drones and the VR headsets.
So you said robotics and drones. What do you do with those?
Oh, yes. The kids are learning how to build robotics and just flying the drones outside with remote control. It's great. It's wireless. It's awesome.
So are these fun things that make them want to stay at school? Because this is after school.
I know, and they don't want to go home. They're always there, and we do provide bus services for the ones that live in our zone, and we do have ones that live in the area, and they walk home, or their parents will come pick them up. So it gives them an opportunity to have something to do instead of at home, running and playing in the yard. They have something to do academically.
Right, so because they're learning and they're doing their homework too? Or
yes, they do homework that first hour along with math, reading, science, and social studies. And then the second hour, we'll move into the enrichment. And we also have a summer camp where they get to use these same activities in the summer.
And you said culinary?
Yeah, culinary arts. We turned one of our computer labs into an actual kitchen. We just don't have a stove, but we do have a refrigerator and some blenders and stuff. The kids are making smoothies, fresh salad, homemade pizzas. So we have some great stuff going on in the culinary.
So good life skills.
Oh yeah, they love it. Yeah.
And so how many kids participate in this?
Well, we have about 150, 175, and if they're playing sports or anything, they usually come right back to the program after they finish with all their sports activities, but we have between that amount. And in the summer, we limit to 125.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Scarborough. So you're a model middle school.
Yes.
I remember that was a few years ago that we underwent that transformation. So what's that been like for you?
Well, it's been great. You know, we offer electives for our students. We have band. We have a beautiful art program. We have an awesome band. So the kids get to have that elective, that magnet school feel with the model middle school now.
Mm-hmm. That's right, because I know that was one of the components is you have to keep students interested in coming to school, and they're more interested if they have band or the electives, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you also teach there, would you say geography?
Yes,
and
I'm a
civics?
social studies teacher. I'm the department head about social studies and also the project smart site manager. So yeah, I'm constantly there all the time doing stuff with our kids.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you were telling me too that part of the component of Project Smart and what you teach at Scarborough is community service. So
community service, yes ma'am. We do service learning project. We just finished one this past winter with Ronald McDonald House where we collected soup, non-perishable items for the parents that come to Ronald McDonald House whose babies in the NICU. Mm-hmm. And this spring we're setting up something with Penelope House to get hygiene products donated for the ladies that live at Penelope House.
And how important is it to teach the lessons of giving back to the community?
Oh, our kids love it. You know, they go around to the school, they're collecting. We just finished our United Way campaign, and the students alone raised almost $1,000 with our staff. So they love giving back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fantastic. It sounds like you guys are doing some wonderful things at Scarborough Model Middle School, and we thank you for keeping our kids engaged in the afternoons at Project Smart. And so you can learn more about Scarborough and our other schools on the Mobile County Public Schools Facebook page. Each week we are spotlighting a different school. We spotlight a program there, a faculty member there, and a student. And we have 90 schools in Mobile County Public Schools, so it will take us about 2 years or so to get all of them in. But we also showcase so many other things on our Facebook page, so follow us. But that's all the time we have, so join us next time on Homeroom.